In this episode, Thomas Moore and Dr. Bill Randall share their wisdom about how important teachers are in finding your own pathways to stillness. We can be teachers to each other by listening to each other's stories. As I learn what is meaningful to you, hear your wisdom, I can connect with you in love and compassion as a fellow traveler on the same journey. We will first hear from Thomas Moore, followed by Dr. Bill Randall. The challenge are there, but more so than not, I would say I've been very fortunate to have a life that goes more in that direction, and good teachers, good people that I'm really willing to listen to and get good things from.
Yes, good teachers are so important. I've been blessed in my life with a lot of good people, men and women, but it's wonderful. I notice in particular that in my life, I've had many, many good men come in and out of my life to support me and guide me and give me some direction, many steps along the way. Extraordinary, really going out of their way to assist me, starting with my father. So I think that makes a big difference. If you can have that experience of the good parents, it really helps a great deal. And we have a lot of parents who want to punish everyone in the world. We don't need that.
Yeah, I agree. We just heard from Thomas Moore speaking about the importance of teachers on our journey. We'll now hear from Dr. Bill Randall, who calls this healing from listening.
Yeah, but I do think, though, for me, listening to people's stories and realizing that just listening sometimes can have a healing impact. I don't think that I had any particular training as a pastoral listener. I didn't have any degrees in pastoral counseling, but I realized that just giving someone the opportunity to talk about their lives in whatever way they want to, providing narrative care, as we might say, really has a therapeutic effect. And that's what I think I wanted to explore more when I went back to university.
I was thinking, Thomas Moore mentioned that he felt that whether he was a monk in the monastery, he's now a monk in daily life, and he feels like he's making basically the same contribution to other people and to the world. And would you say that's similar for you in the sense that this story listening and the way you go about it is a spiritual practice in part?
Yeah, it is. I mean, in your role as a prof, you listen to student stories oftentimes, and those are powerful stories in many, many cases. And I have the feeling sometimes when they come to see me about the term paper that they're trying to write or the deadline that they haven't been able to meet or whatever, that to have someone in my position to listen as closely as I can to the stuff that they're going through. I'm not a counselor, I'm not their therapist, I'm not their social worker, but I'm just an older friend, shall we say, that really, it helps to connect me and connect us as profs to our students, which makes it such a delight to teach in a liberal arts university with small class sizes like St. Thomas is, because you can actually get to know your students in many ways and their stories to some degree without having to fix them. Yeah. I think when I was a minister, I always had this thing that I've got to say the right thing, or I've got to point them in the right direction, or but I don't have that same sort of, just listening, I realized, I have come to realize is, as I say, therapeutic in and of itself.
I think we've talked about this before, but it's kind of a gift that we have, as you say, at a liberal arts university to teach gerontology, and we're going to go on to talk about that some more, from a liberal arts point of view, which allows us to engage with students and what's meaningful in their lives and how their lives are, as in contrast to pure information. Sometimes my students are asking for too much technological background, like, are your notes on Moodle, or what can you give me this and can you give me that? And I say, you know what, I'll give you some of that, but you need to be in the room with me here. And if you prefer not to do that because you'd rather, you have a job, or you like to do everything away from the class, then don't take my course, because I really want to engage with you, and hopefully you want to engage with me.